Find out more about our free training today by clicking the link below.
The mind is the most powerful tool in your arsenal. I created this podcast as a daily supplement for you to invest into your thinking. This is your
Daily Mind Medicine.
Hey crew, just a reminder for you to remember. It's funny, reminding you to remember the good things and the bad things. About 5 years ago, I started to practice daily. I've probably been consistent at this 95% of the time since the end of 2014. And the principle here is that you want to remember the moments that you come from. I see this a lot of times with people who get success and they forget where they came from. They forget what they struggled with, or people who are going through rough times and they forget the past rough experiences that they've gone through, that they've battled with and they've beaten. Remembering is a necessary ingredient to staying healthy. In fact, one of the divisions inside of TF calls it breadcrumbs, creating breadcrumbs for yourself so that you can remember. Picture scaling up a mountain, and every 10 feet or so, you put in an anchor point and you tie in. You tie into the new anchor point. That way, if you fall, you only fall to the last anchor point. Well, this is what you want to do internally by remembering the places that you've come from. But for me, I've been through quite a lot in 5 years. We've been through really difficult times. We've been through times when we've been dealing with problems on literally every front in every business. And then also dealing with it at home and dealing with it in other areas besides business. And you may feel like you are going through this now. Maybe you feel like right now you're going through this season. It's just like, man, every single area of your life, you're feeling resistance. But what's amazing is if you have a place to go back to, then you can remember 2017 when you went through the same thing, but ultimately it turned out for your good. You can remember that at the end of 2018, you went through the same exact thing. It felt the same exact way, but it ultimately turned out for your good. And vice versa. Maybe you're going through a time right now where you feel like you can't be stopped. You're untouchable. Nothing can slow you down. If you're not careful, you won't have anything to combat the hubris and the ego that'll come with this. And for me, what that looks like is going back through the old times and remembering that it doesn't matter whether it feels good or it feels bad. We are always evolving. There's always a cycle. And you can be at the top of a mountain 1 month and you can start experiencing turbulence the next month. It's a reminder to stay vigilant. It's a reminder to stay on your guard, to not necessarily just throw caution to the wind. These are the things that make somebody great for the long haul, is they develop the skill set or the practice, the rituals of remembering the things that benefit them and discarding the things that do not. An example of something you don't want to remember is the time that you first stepped out in boldness and you got rejected. You don't necessarily want to remember that. That's not a beneficial. There's no efficacy to that memory. So that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is I'm reminding you to remember where you have come from. You are likely stronger than you think you are. You likely have more in you than you think you do. More than likely, you've been through a situation just as challenging as the one you're going through now, and you beat it. Don't forget that. In every season, there's a gift, there are lessons, and there's more for you to do. Let's go.
DailyMindMedicine.com.
Find out more about our free training today by clicking the link below.